thing is not too close, you know, because I want the pot for burn up. Okay. So let me cook some chicken while I'm here talking about creative face. But I really don't want to talk about creative face, but I was upset last night because of, you know, anywho. I'm just gonna fry some chicken with some mushroom sauce and so forth, yes, while we talk. Some chicken back and some drumstick in the wee hours of the evening. Yeah. Real quick, right? Real quick. So I wanted to come back because my behavior was deplorable yesterday. It was unbecoming, but this is what happens. This is what happens when people draw you out, right? I hope this doesn't drop. So, let me make this smaller because it feels so gigantic. So, I was out of character yesterday. I apologize. But that's because you have to let ones know that you're not going to be bullied and you're not going to be, you know, treated in a certain manner. And sometimes people will draw you out, right, in their nonsense. Now, when it comes to Crockery Teeth, Creative Face, I don't know her. I don't know her from anywhere. Lemonade glass there, yes. I don't know this lady. Right? I don't know this lady from anywhere. So, again, what I've realized with all of this is everything is made up. Right? Everything's made up. Okay, nothing is true. And as much as we want to react, right, to the fakery and the friggery, you have an option where you could do. Either you can react to it, or you can get angry, right, because ones are messing with you on social media. And you get to hear this every day, but you don't believe it until it happens to you, right? Until it happens to you. And then you're like, wow, what did I do? But in my case, I don't know any of these people. I don't hold conversations with them, none of that. I know no one, zero. No one on social media do I know like that. You know, these bloggers and so forth. I'm clueless. I know none of them. Right, but I do know that there's a, you know, fraternity of them, where the whole of them are one. Oh, I know this, right? And that's why you have to be careful sometimes what you say and what you do on social media. Now, because I represent the Rasta thing, right? I'm supposed to be representing truths and rights. But then again, we're human. We're not perfect. Sometimes, you know, things happen where you have to let people see that you're not a pushover. When it comes to Crockery Creator Face, I am just trying to show her lies. And she makes up stories. Now, it's easy to make up stories and produce them on social media and have people thinking they're true. Now, like I said before, Crockery Teeth, you know, come out and tell the people them why you in love with Bob. The streets are talking. I heard it from another source. This is it, guys. I heard it. I don't know if it's true. You know, we repeat things that we don't know if they're true, but we repeat them anyway, but I don't know if it's true. So what's the situation if I don't know if it's true, but I'm repeating it? You do that all the time. You spread untruths and say that they're true. So, I'm not supposed to, as a Rasta woman, I'm not supposed to dabble in idle talking. I'm not. Because that brings a lot of discord when you engage in idle conversation with others or about others. It's not becoming. So I don't like to do it because I listen to the words of the Creator. Idle talking is not good. So I try, I try my best. But when it comes to defending yourself, I think you have all right to engage in dialogue when it comes to others and to show others that you're not a pushover. So, in response, the people then want to know the Creator face and crockery teeth. Why is it you're pointing your fingers at others and calling them scammers, and you take the people their money and don't want to give it back? Why? You're not on a job. You're unemployed. You're miserable. You're not on a man who wants you, that is. And yet you're married to a man who doesn't engage with you. How does that work? How does that work? It's time for you to get a divorce. Right? I think it's time for you to get a divorce because you're living a lie. You're living a lie and you're pretending. It's time for you to get a divorce, either a separation or something, right? Because your marriage is a sham and you're pretending. You're in love with somebody else. This is what the streets are saying. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. The streets are saying this. Now, when you guys hear what the streets are saying, don't you repeat it loud and clear because you want everyone to hear what's going on? Well, it's our turn for everybody to hear what's going on with you in your camp, right? Because you like to spurt out other people's business on social media, and you like answers and questions, and you want to know, and you need to know, and we need to know. So we need to know also, when are you going to come up front about your sham of a marriage that you have? Because you really, you came into this marriage because you needed a green card. And I think this is your second or third marriage. I'm not sure. The streets are talking. The streets are talking. So when I hear stuff, I don't know if it's true or not. You know how you do, because you hear a lot of stuff that you don't know is true, but you repeat it when it comes to Donegal. Yeah, you repeat it. Over and over again, you repeat all of these things that you don't know if they're true. Okay, on the other side, over here, I've heard some things too that I don't know if they're true either about your marriage. But the people want to know on social media because you're all over social media pretending that you're happy and content. Meanwhile, as you know, everybody knows this, it's not just me. I think he's held you captive in the basement somewhere. I think you're captive in the basement and you can only leave the basement when you need to go to church. I think that's what they're saying. The streets are talking. And when I heard that, I said, what do you mean? He has her in the basement. This is what I was told, right, by others, that he has her in the basement and she can only go to church. She can come back home and go back to the basement. She can make a couple of calls, but after that, all calls are over. This is what the streets are saying. I think she needs help. Okay, the people that want their money which you borrow and you never pay back, right? They want their money. Oh no, don't think you're going to get me to come over here and begin cursing and screaming like a mad woman. Because I all said, oh no love that kind of behavior. And when y'all don't see that behavior, y'all are disappointed. But I'm sorry. As an intelligent black woman, I cannot conduct myself in that manner. Perhaps, the first time because I'm angry, yes. But I cannot continue. I cannot continue in this manner of, carrying on. As much as I say X, Y, and Z, sometimes these people are not worth your energy as much as you are embroiled in a warring factor because of something that they did or said. Sometimes you just have to get it off your chest, express it, and let them know that you're not the one. And when it comes to dealing with negativity on social media, there's a way to handle it. So, you and your crony friend then love to ask once to explain things to Unu. And you want, people to tell y'all things when it comes to other people's business, including Donna Gals. And I want to know who you people are, where you think that you can get answers when it comes to somebody else's life and what they're doing and how they're making their money. All you guys are doing is perpetrating a fraud. Me here say, wifey, I will call you and ask you a couple of questions. And that me here say, wifey, I will call you. Right, because I think she's got your number now. And she's going to ask you what's up with you and her husband. That's what's next. I know you guys had fun last night. But sometimes you shouldn't make people as important as they think they are because they're not. But again, when someone comes after you, you don't just sit there and let them do what they're doing. You don't do that. When someone comes after you, you come back after them and don't be afraid. Okay, don't sit quiet like a little baby and be like, ooh, I'm done with social media. Not me. Because what they do, they repeat the behavior over and over and over again and nobody says anything. But I know what to do now. I went to school today Yeah, I just came back, so I said, let me cook some chicken and rice. I'm so hungry. But yeah, I know you guys are entertained by friggery. Una love it. Una like to hear arms aus argument. Una love it. I comprehend. But with me, it has to be real and factual in order for me to engage and engage and engage. But then when I have to now create non-fiction, it's not easy, but it's fun. It's fun to create non-fiction on someone. Because as you can see, they do it too. They create a lot of non-fiction and they present it out there as if it's real. Now, if you want to create non-fiction and present it on somebody as if it's real, then you can do so. Okay, because they do it all the time. Lies, slander, espionage, scheming, scamming, and they all want answers. Well, we want answers too, because I am going to expose you and Bob, and there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do, creative face. I'm going to do it in little dabs. Any little information I get, any little tidbits, right? And you're going to see how their behavior changes. Always remember, it's behavior. And behavior changes once, people are onto you. Or you think that they're onto you. You change your behavior. So, I want to expose the behavior. This is very good, the mushroom sauce. I love it. And that's what I plan to do. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be exciting. But I have to also remember my father is watching inside, and I have to be careful. I don't want to offend him. But he doesn't like this nonsense. He really doesn't. So, I have to think. So yesterday, it was more of me highlighting the friggery, right? And highlighting that I am not going to be terrorized, and I am not going to be intimidated by a crockery teeth, creator face, dundos, yellow tone, despicable and distasteful individual. Now you have to be able to communicate on an intelligent level when it comes to these despicable people. They're despicable. And they're on social media showing it. And we're entertained by it. But this is what it is. Because of the entertainment, people don't want to report contents because they enjoy what they hear. And they're not going to report it, right? They're not, because they enjoy it. And the more they enjoy it is the more that they want to hear more and they want to see more. And this is why these people continue to do what they do. And this is where the two-faced hypocrisy comes from, because you see others jumping all over the place wanting to hear the bring down of an individual. Yeah. You should see my chicken, how beautiful it looks. It looks gorgeous. Not beautiful. Yeah. Meanwhile, while I'm cooking in my kitchen and talking and gabbing, it can be done, right? But you have these women that don't know how to utilize a kitchen. All they know how to do is utilize the phone and take the people their man. That's the only thing they know to do. They order fast food and all kinds of ill food, processed foods, because they need the time to be on the phone to take with the people them man and to encourage the people them man for left them wife. Oh yes, you're gonna hear more about this. Oh, you're gonna hear more. Trust and believe. This is hot news that you heard here first. Listen, the streets are talking. What part of the streets are talking you don't comprehend? And if I get to hear what the streets are saying, oh, I'm going to repeat it too. Because they don't have a problem repeating anything that they hear. And even if it's hearsay, they're repeating it. Now, I'm hearing hearsay, which is not admissible in court. It's not, right? Not admissible. No way. Which means, if it's hearsay, it has to be proven as fact. So, a lot of people go by hearsay and spread the news, right? So, our hearsay is that you are trying to take the people their money. Because you're so unhappy in your marriage, right, with the bus driver, right? That Bob, okay, Bobby. He's beginning to look good to you. Oh, yes, he is. Where are my vegetables? Where's my veggies? Oh, Lord, I ain't got no more vegetables. They keep me in that son. Yeah, there you go. Just a little bit. Yeah. And then when he talks to you, and he starts giggling, you and your crony friends say, talk again, let me hear you now, let me hear what you say now. And then after that, giggle for me and laugh. Now the people don't like when you start giggling and laugh. Yeah, we know. Then you begin giggling and laughing as well. You and your little stoogy friend, and him start laugh too, like it's sweet to him. Well, what sweet you are gonna sour you because your wife say enough. Your wife say no more of that. No more talkings to your thing. How nobody not talk about that? Why y'all ain't talking about Bob's wife and how he say he can't talk to you no more? How you not chat about that? Right? But yeah, talk about everybody else's business. You're talking everybody else's business. Why you not talk the people that want to know how come the woman, the wife, and the man named Bob dab you up and tell you if you left our husband alone? Why you don't talk about that? Are you afraid? Well, don't be afraid. Watch the ride. Watch. Oh, that's not true? That's not true? How you know it's not true? Somebody tell me how that's not true. A lot of people spread lies about people. We know this. A lot of people spread lies about people and they believe it. So how is this not true? The streets are talking. And you can clearly see. I like my chicken dark and brown. Look, let me show you. Hey, yeah, see that? Right? And you can clearly see the truth. All you gotta gotta do, guys, is just wait and sit back and watch. And you're gonna be like, oh, shoot, the Rasta woman was right. Oh, yes, honey, it's scandalous. Scandalous. I'm doing a quick 1, 2, 3 here because I'm so hungry. I just want to hurry up and cook. Onion. Yeah, so that's the scandal that's going on YouTube between Crockery Teeth and the one named Bob, right? The two of them, well, I don't know if he's in love with her, but I know that Crockery Teeth is in love with him, and she's trying to break up his marriage with his wife, and the wife found out and put a stop to their telephone calls. Oh yes, she did. Have you heard him recently? Because I'm not over there, so I don't know. I just need someone to tell me if they've heard them in any kind of conversation at all, any phone calls, anything going on. Have they been quiet? I don't know. I really don't. I have to go over yonder and see, because I'm out of the loop right now. But there's places I can go to find out. Anyway, guys, I just want you to just, keep your ears open and listen out for the saga of Crockery Tea, Creator Face, because we're going to be with who? Divorce court, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a saga. There's going to be an episode on divorce court, and you're going to see Crockery Tea, Creator Face on there with the bus driver. Yeah, big news. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, they're heading for divorce court. You all ain't know that? Let me be the first to tell you. They're getting divorced, but it's very quiet. Yeah, Crockery Tea, Creator Face. I don't know, the legalities of the divorce, but it's pending, and she knows it, but she's just keeping quiet. Because how you live with a man, right? Just think about it, ladies. How you live with a man, but yet you're in at the basement 24 hours a day. You can't even come up to say, well, let me go cook some dinner, like I made. And do a live and so forth. Do a live doing your stuff. Why she can't do that? Why is she resigned in one area of the house? We know what that means. Because when you're breaking up with your other, you're over there and he's over there and you're all just not doing nothing together. Or just pretending you driving, going to your little church in the morning, all by yourself. Yeah, and you keeping quiet and small because you don't want to bother no one. Oh yeah, that's the divorcing behavior. And you keep out there weird because you don't want nobody say nothing to you. That's how I live. That's how y'all are living as husband and wife. You over there and I'm over here. Creator Face, Crockery Teeth. It soon get out. Say the man I got divorce you. Oh, I got some plantain. I should fry some plantain as well. I eat up a good dinner. I remember a family who was getting divorced, right? And it was the same kind of behavior. Everybody was like one away-ish. You would never see any of them together. The last little thing you see was, I suppose, that little holiday vacation they had. And then everything was okay until she met Bob. Green pepper. Until she met Bob. And when she met Bob, when she met Bobby, that was the end of her marriage. This is what the streets are saying. Remember the streets. The streets are talking, people. So because of that now, it's got everyone talking, YouTube. It's crazy. It's so scandalous. It's scandalous. And meanwhile, you know, I'm just like a little blabbermouth. I'm sorry, YouTube, but you know when you hear stuff, you gotta really know. Mind you, I don't know. Like the word of the the term of the year is YouTube. I heard it. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. But I'm going to repeat it because it's juicy and gossipy. So you know how we do. Not us people. It's not us YouTube. Once we hear a little gossip, we're going to go run with it. Even though we don't know if it's true or not. Right, YouTube? We don't know. But you know us black people, we like to repeat stuff even if we don't know if it's true. You know how we do. Oh, we're blabbermouths. So my ear say, when them divorced, the South Africa sell, well, not even sell, because him said she can't stand it, she have to left. Yes, she has to go. That's why she's so quiet. So I don't know if this is going to be before the baptism, after the baptism. I don't know, but there's some renewal thing going on. So I figure after the divorce, or before the divorce, after the divorce, then she'll have her baptism. This is what the streets are saying. It's not me. Come on, guys, stop. It's not me saying it. This is what I'm hearing on the streets. All the way up north, all the way to the east, this is what we're hearing. Right? This is it. You know, this is social media nonsense here. And we, as the social media people, you know, people want to know when it comes to this kind of community that we're in, right? The people then want to know, they demand answers because this person is all over social media creating havoc. And now, you know, now we get to hear a little, you know, tidbit of her life. And she gonna try and keep us from hearing it, but I'm here to let you know the streets are talking, and I got a little tidbit of it that she getting ready to head to divorce court. Because her husband is tired of her ranting and raving like a complete lunatic on social media. He can't get any attention from her. Her only main agenda is Donegal and to bring her down. That's her agenda, right? This is a woman who has an agenda to take down another woman, and that's her life, her goal, and this is what she wants to do, YouTube. She wants to destroy another human being with lies, spreading propaganda. This looks beautiful. If you ever see this, it looks absolutely divine. Alright, I'm just putting it down. I'm cooking it down a little bit. Yeah. So, I'm going to add some tomato. So I'm just going over, a couple of key points that when you're in a marriage and it's happy, you don't really have time to be on social media. Look at all of the unhappy people that's on social media. Their marriages have failed, right? All of them, every last one of them. Every single last one of them. Their marriages have failed, but they keep on pretending that it's not. And then all of a sudden you hear what went on in the marriage and why it led up to divorce. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So now we're going to let that cook down. Yeah, man. I love a lot of hot pepper. I love hot pepper. So we're going to cook this down, and my rice is cooking. Okay, a little pot of rice. And we finished, right? So even as a woman in a kitchen, right? You can cook and talk. You can cook and do stuff because you have things to do in the kitchen as a woman. But not to be on the phone 24 hours a day talking nonsense. Let somebody see you do something. You used to do those things before, but you became consumed. And I think it's because you're in love with somebody's husband. Yeah, you're in love with someone's husband. And because of that now, you can't concentrate on nothing else. You know how it is when you're in love with somebody in the beginning, you just love them. And you just, yeah. This is what the streets are talking. You know, people who know you are talking. You think that the people who know you are just keeping your little secrets quiet. No, they're not. They're blabbing them. And we get to hear. And you don't seem to get that. So yeah, guys, you know, there's an impending divorce coming. Real talk. Yeah, there's a pending divorce coming, but she's trying to keep it quiet. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's trying to keep it quiet and undercover, but you know who's going to blab it out, right? The other stooge is going to blab it out. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So I just want you guys to know that the streets are talking, and Crockery Teat Creator Fierce has an impending divorce coming up. We're going to hear about it soon, but I just wanted you guys to hear it from over here first, because we heard it. You know, somebody came and whispered in our ear and told us that this is pending, right? So I don't know how she's going to handle it, but I suppose she could cry on Bob's shoulder. And then when this happens, we can ask her, what happened, Crockery Tea? You all up in people's business want to know their business. We need to know what happened with yours and your marriage and your happy union with your school bus driver. What happened? What happened? It's over? Well, like I said, the saga begins, continues, and I'm here to make sure you get every last piece of it. Yeah. Because when they come after you, there's no such thing as you not coming after nobody. But you do it in a smart way, in an intelligent manner. Yeah, I said I was going to take on her personality, but who wants to take on that demon's personality? Nobody don't want to take that personality on. When you're angry and when you make people dry you out, you will say all kind of things, you know, right? Because I was upset last night. But you have to be smart when you plan on continuing on with what you say you're going to do. So I have to be smart. I got to draw back a little bit and remember my father in Zion, because he doesn't like this whole heap of nonsense. He doesn't like it. And I shouldn't indulge in it. So I'm trying to be smart with it. You know, so I don't look like a two-faced hypocrite also, because that's not the idea. It's just that people will make you get angry. And because we are on social media, it's easy for these things to occur, because we become these kind of a social people where people will look at you, view you, and have things to say, you know, good or bad, whatever, right? But I just wanted to return, because even though I'm trying not to be too abrasive like I was last night, because last night I was dressed for the part of Good? Because I was upset. I was very angry because, um, because of the mockery when it comes to the Creator. And because I know exactly what it was, it really bothers me that human beings continue to mock the Father. And they think it's a joke. They think it's okay for them to do it. And, they have the power, to say stuff and act like, it's okay. No, it's not. It's not. And I fear for people who do that because they don't know the consequences. So that's why I dress back, because I know the consequences. No, seriously, I do. And that's why I try not to get too vulgar and get all caught up and carrying on. Last night was an exception. Because when you're angry and you just want to So, you get time to regroup and think of other ways. So the streets are talking that you're gonna be divorced soon. Yeah, you're gonna be divorced soon because you continue to have this extracurricular activity with these people on the phone all hours of the night. Now, as you can see, that behavior has kind of eliminated. Very quiet. Very quiet. So, I think basically these people are in shock over the current events, and they don't know how to deal with it, right? Because all they do is talk crap, and you get to see it every day, that all they do is talk nonsense. It's not even, you shouldn't even entertain what they're saying, but they're saying it. So it's going to diminish. It's going to end soon, because now she's going to have other things to worry about other than Donegal. It reaches to a point that you become so consumed over somebody else's life that you lose yourself. Yeah, crockery teeth. Somebody's got to tell you. Somebody has to. Just like you have your knife in other people's back, and you don't want to stop, it's your turn now to get the same treatment. In your back. Yeah, it's your turn now. Let's see if you can deal with it, though, because others have to deal with it. So let's see if you can deal with a knife in your back on a continuous basis on social media, because this is what you do to people. You continue to spout venom, damaging allegations which are unfounded. Do you know what the word unfounded means? YouTube, please tell her. Everything is unfounded, right? Because you guys are just talking out of your next orifice. Do you know what an orifice is? Pure talking. Well, now it's your turn to get talked on, because you're going to get talked about. You're going to get talked about. You're going to get talked about your defunct marriage, your pretend marriage. You're in love with another man. The wife of the man warned you for left her husband alone, and you're not listening, right? You're listening now, but it's going to continue again. Him after you creep out for your call, and I'm making comments them all hours of the night where he top that now, and now it's in the morning when he's on his lunch break or in break, and you hear all of the environmental noise in the background because he's trying to squeeze in a conversation with you. And then you pick up your phone and I call the man when you know he's on his job. You're calling him to tell him to join the live. And he sounds like he's trying to do 1,000 things at once. And him a talk and I try making a comment and then start giggle and laugh and it just make you feel all warm and cozy. Oh, yes. So, which number are you calling him on? Which number are you calling him on? Things to make you say, So we'll see. Now I've actually finished cooking my chicken and rice. I'm going to fry some plantain because I'm so hungry. Isn't that good? Look. And you see me at the ball up my foot. And all of this was done as I was, talking to you guys. And just keep gabbing, just to show you that the spilled on the leg, just to show you that it can be done. You can cook. You see, yeah, isn't that nice? My brown stew chicken. It's delicious with soy sauce, mushroom sauce. Where's my mushroom sauce? I love this mushroom sauce, guys. It's like, soy sauce with the mushroom eating it. It's delicious. With some hot pepper and to make it jerk chicken and stuff. And I made a little pot of rice with some veggies in it. Because I'm trying to eat, trying to eat light. Right? So yeah, I made some like it. You know, see them I do them things here, You know, see the people them I cook, I do nothing like that. All them have time to do a chat about people. You don't even see them I cook a decent meal. Right? Forgive them husband, but them I talk about them married. Where they do this at? Right? They don't produce anything productive. All they do is talk about people. But you can't see them cooking. You can't see them doing anything. They only start baking when they might try run competition with the people them. And even then them have it top because it makes no sense. Right? Okay. So, what are you doing? And because your spouse is American, he don't like these kind of foods, right? He doesn't like Jamaican food. He wants to eat McDonald's and pizza and all these things. And you have to run out there to go buy them things for him to keep him happy and quiet. While you're on the phone with Mr. Bobby. No time for you to cook a nice meal. I went to school. I spent 2.5 hours in school. I came home and all that was on my brain was making the live and cook dinner as well. And to represent myself in a different light because I never want to feel like I lose my mind. Because I did last night. I lost my mind. But sometimes it's good to have a moment of madness. To clear the air. But the people them are talk, right? The streets are talking people. That Crockery Create Affairs is preparing for a divorce from her husband. You don't believe me? That's what I heard. Listen, you can't wrong me because I'm repeating something that I heard. Everybody does it, why I can't do it? Why I can't repeat something that I heard like everybody else do on social media? The streets are talking and I'm repeating it. Good? If it's true, I don't know. Me don't know if I true. Right? Me don't know if I true. Me ear say. There's a pending divorce coming up between Crockery Tea, Creator Face, and our bus driver husband. And it's not because I'm drinking wine while I'm saying it either. And the ear says she owe some people some money, and then I come after the money because she love talk about how people are scam, and they scamming people, but she's the #1 scammer because she don't want to pay back the people their money. You gonna hear about it? Like I said, the streets are talking. I don't know if this is true. I don't know. I'm just repeating what I heard on the streets. All the way from up north, all the way down to the east. This is what's being said. So don't blame me because I'm repeating it. Like I said, I don't know if it's true. That's the term of the year. I'm saying it, but I don't know if it's really true. Right? I hear me ear. So we just gotta wait and see what happens, because it's coming. Now, is it gonna make public news? I don't know. Is somebody gonna reveal it? I don't know. Hopefully I'll hear and I'll be able to confirm and reveal, well, this is the date they're gonna be in court and they're gonna do their thing, right? But right now they have no kind of anything to split other than the house. And I think the house is his, right? Yeah, I think the house is in his name. Yeah, I think it's in his. I'm not sure if it's in her name. I think the house is in his name, and that's why she got to live in the basement, you know, down yonder. She got to go down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because now all of a sudden she's no longer up. Well, then again, she is sometimes, you know, presents herself when she's going to church, because she comes up from the basement and then she's able to spend a couple of minutes in, you know, the first floor before he commands her to get in the car and he can trail her and then, you know, make sure she returns and gets back in the basement. This is what I heard. This is what I heard. I mean, this is what's going on. So she's living this life of having to live in the basement. Now, when she comes up out of the basement and she starts cooking, you know why. But we just gotta wait and see. The streets are talking. It's a crying shame the way this man is treating her. But, you know, based on her current behavior, I don't think you can blame him, because I think he's tired of her too. Crockery Tea, Creator Face. I think he's tired of her too. And this is why she has to remain down yonder, and she can only come up when she has to go to church and go on her little pizza and McDonald's shopping, right, for Yam, right? Meanwhile, we remain in our good kitchen and we cook our wonderful brown stew chicken with a seasoned vegetable rice, and now I'm going to go fry some plantains. And if I hear anything else that I could highlight that I'm hearing on the streets are something else when it comes to misinformation. Oh, do you hear a lot of misinformation on the streets? You just got to figure out if it's true or not. Just got to figure out if it's true. Now, if it's true, it'll be revealed. Now, if it's not true, it'll just, you know, fade away. And you'll be like, what happened? Wasn't she supposed to get a divorce from her? Didn't I hear she was supposed to be getting a divorce from her husband? Is she living down in the basement and he's got her down there like a prisoner? Yeah, if that's not true, then you know what happens, guys. That means they telling lies on her too. Isn't that terrible? Right? Isn't that terrible? They're telling lies on her too. Such a shame. But anyway, we'll keep up to hear if there's a date where she's, if there's a court date, and if she got to leave the house, or if he's going to take over the house or whatever, or if he's going to give her permission to live in the basement until she finds somewhere, suitable to live after the divorce. We just have to wait and see. But it's a crying shame that these marriages on social media always end up broken. It's just horrible. You can see you see it. It's just terrible. And you think people would learn not to bring their marriages on social media, but they don't. They just want to act like they're so brand new and so fantastic. Now when the marriage is ending, you hear nothing. Isn't that something? Now we want to know, the people, we want to know what's up. Because the streets are talking and you keeping it a secret, and we need to know. Just like how you need answers, we need answers too. Why is he divorcing you? Why? Wanna love demand answers from people. Wanna love ask people for answer. Wanna want people to explain things to uno. Wanna demand say people must tell uno things. Well, we demand that the streets are talking about you and your marriage, and we need to know what's up. I think you should open up and be vocal on that. That would be a good topic to talk about, other than talking about Donna Gow every minute. And, trying to diminish who this woman is, right? You're trying to negate her and everything that she does. But meanwhile, your world are popped down right around you. Why you don't highlight that? Why you don't talk about that? Help other women who are going through the same thing that you're going through. It will help others if you would just be honest. So with that, I shall return. I'm going to eat my dinner and read my book, because this is what's going to help me. Talking about this crockery teeth woman is not going to help me. This is what's going to make me make a lot of money in the future. Education. Good? So I do educate myself. But I can also be messy. I also have the gift of gab. I love my Father in Zion, and I try not to displease him. But he knows my spirit. He knows how I can get. But I don't like to overdo it either. And I try to keep it as tasteful as I can, as much as you know it's a load of BS. The smart ones know it's just a load of BS. But you know what? This is what they do. They spout out a load of BS. So I'm showing you how to spout out BS. And see, all them like it. So now, as I said before I go, we need, all yet you haven't come up with the answer. You have not made a live to explain to us, why is it your husband's divorcing you? Because you are on social media, and we need to know, because everybody watches you and we need to know. Good? So when you decide to be truthful and honest about the relationship that you have not with your husband, I think your world will be a better place. Meanwhile, leave the people them husband alone. Don't make the wife come after you, because if wifey come after you, you have to go leave the land. Because she look like she's not afraid of you. And she's already made the ultimatum to hubby. So with that, guys, big woman things, it was fun. And I'm just trying to show positivity other than continuous negativity, and to be smart on I'm a Rasta for Life, National Board of Comments.